Mark's around. Say hi, Mark! And this is Smokey Steve and Mark. Welcome or welcome back, and welcome to another Steve Will Try It. I feel like we haven't sat down for a second or two to do one of these, so it's nice to see you, it's nice to be seen. And it's always nice to have a new toy in the house that we didn't pay for, but we're asked to review. So, tonight we are going to be taking a look at the Glarry 88 key full grand electric piano. Now, you guys will probably remember we did a Glarry product, we did a Glarry keyboard about 2 years ago, and they liked the video we did, and they asked if we would review another product for theirs. So a grand is kind of big. In the interest of a full disclosure, Mark used to play, he probably still does, we'll find out. And I can play by ear in a humiliating sort of way. But I do like to doodle at the piano like people who draw like to doodle on their thing. So just because you're not good at something, don't let that stop you from having it as a hobby. So we are going to put this thing together. We'll show you how that looks a little bit too. We'll get it set up. I think we're going to put it in the living room, and then I'll play with it a little bit and we'll talk about some of the features. Just to get it out in the beginning though, electronic piano, I grew up with the Casio keyboard, and this is entirely different. That thing took like 6D batteries and it died in half an hour. The features that come with this one, it's a lot of the new modern stuff. It will connect to your phone, to other devices, has a microphone, headphones, all that stuff included. It's got pedals like a proper piano would, and well, I hope it comes together as easily as I hope. So let's take a quick run, go into the living room, maybe Mark's around somewhere, and we'll get this thing put together, okay? So we'll see you out there.
Look, it looks nice. I'm gonna say it wasn't that terrible. There was a few little confusing parts to it.
Well, I figured it out when you went to smoke.
Yeah, and then
And then I needed help because I put something on backwards.
That's all.
So-
the directions weren't too clear.
It
how
was
to put
2
together.
pictures with arrows. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all the directions were.
Yeah, but it wasn't hard. It took us about 20 minutes to put it together. So that was the installation. I'll tell you, if I were reviewing this, which I'm not, it's you, but I mean, just on looks alone,
It's really
love
sharp.
it. It's sharp. It's modern. It's sharp
Sharp.
looking.
It
But it needs a candelabra. That's what we need.
Well, you better find
Camera.
one.
You know, I don't think we have a candelabra.
Well, if we didn't
Do
have a-
you believe we don't have a candelabra? I gotta get. Okay, I'm gonna go look.
You go look.
It's
I'll
all
take it
you.
from here.
It's all you, baby.
Okay.
Hello everybody! So this is the full Glarry 88 key digital piano with full weighted keyboard. Okay, so I grew up with the Casio keyboard that I think a lot of people...
I found a candelabra!
Oh, no, I think...
Wait, but it kind
I
of,
think it's okay.
It kind of ties it together, because this was a Steve Will Try It item.
Yeah, it was,
Look.
it was. But I just don't know for this video.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I just don't think it's...
Do you believe we don't have a candelabra of all the things? That's on my bucket list now. We have to get a candelabra.
Of
I
course
can't
we
believe
need
we don't
one.
have one. All right, well, you know, I could take it and make it all fancy.
Okay, well you do what you need to do.
Or do you want me just to leave it?
Just leave it.
Just
I
all
don't
right.
know.
Okay. Sorry to bother you. Go take it away.
There you go. Hello again. So, 88 keys, digital piano, weighted keys. So if you played a proper piano, even if you've never played or you don't play the keyboard or you don't play the piano, you may have screwed around with one when you were in, choir practice, playing around with the keys a little bit. The keys are actually weighted like a proper piano would be. So there's a little bit of give to it. We have 3 pedals down here, if you know what the pedals are supposed to be for. Soft sustain and soft tenuto, for enhanced expressions. So it has Bluetooth and MDI quality too, so you can actually get your wireless stuff hooked up to this too. So you can have some multimedia, you can send stuff from mobile apps to it, and it's an easy way for the piano to share back and forth with your digital device, so you can get going along. It's an excellent choice for both beginners and advanced musicians, allegedly, providing striking sound effects and a range of features. So, European custom dream sound source. I'm very much a beginner. I play a tiny bit by ear, which doesn't count. So it's a fun way for me to kind of just doodle and play a little bit. Play the 4 songs I used to know, tutorials so that I could learn how to play. There's some other features I'll show you in a little bit too that actually guide you on the keyboard. So, I have to say I like this, pretty much. As much as a piece of home decor, because that makes it look like we're cultured. It also fits nicely in here. Took 20 minutes to build. The sound on it, we got volume. Okay, so I can't play a song, it'll be taken away. It's been years and years since I played. Your mobile phone can search the Bluetooth signal of the piano. So literally you can coordinate what you're listening to with what you're playing, have it come from another device. That works for me. Now I'm gonna try out the pedals. Pedals are C, so I'm gonna pick, what is that, middle C? I'm gonna hit it and hold this pedal. Okay, it's cut off. Sustained. So, to the best that I could assess, the pedals actually seem to work and they work well. It was worth the fuss of trying to screw them in together. It was kind of a hard thing to go after. So it's cord fed, so you're not going to have the batteries. Coming along the front, there's a headphone jack where you can put that stuff in also. In the back, you can connect everything you need to. It has all the outlets, all the stuff that Mark was working on, actually, when we were setting up. And for anything else you would want to attach to it too, like microphone, headphones, anything else that you want to have for your own practicing. The headphones are good if you're like me and just learning and you don't want to have your husband leave you because you've been practicing a 3-chord song for 7.5 weeks. But hopefully Mark understands. When the piano's turned on, the Bluetooth automatically goes on with it. So it's high-grade technology. We're living in a brave new world at this point. So I'm going to doodle with this. I'm going to play with it for a little bit. If I come up with any other hot topics about it and hot selling points, I'll let you know. But for now, I want to feel out the whole thing. Okay? So I'll be with you momentarily. It's fun to just doodle around like this. It's throwing me back. Old memories. Definitely old memories.
I did it. There you go. How about that? Now we have a fancy candelabra for you.
How about that? Well, thank you for thinking of me.
Okay. I'll leave you alone.
Okay. So, how could I be so distracted by such a piece of art? So we are going to finish up here a little bit. I'm going to try it out more. I'm going to plug in some of the electronics to see if those things work. That's not the most exciting thing to see. So I'm going to finish up with this. We're going to reconvene in the studio, and I'm going to give you some of my final thoughts. Okay? We'll see you then. Well, I've sufficiently doodled at the piano. It's so fun. It flashes me back to playing real piano, which in high school I had music, and we could pick a few different disciplines to do a couple times a week, and one of them was piano, and I learned very little. I used to know how to read music. All cows eat grass, every good boy does fine, but I wasn't able otherwise to play very much. I'm looking forward to the opportunity, because who says you can't teach yourself piano at 42? Okay. Accessories that came with. Now these are the leftover screws. There's 1 of each screw left over, so you didn't do it wrong if there's extras. You're going to get 5 of each of the pieces that go in, and you're only going to use 4. Have a friend help you if you can. There's a lot of stuff to move back and forth that's kind of heavy. And until it's all secure, depending on the way you assemble it, it could be a little wobbly. So I had Mark's help with that, holding things up, screwing things in. It took the two of us. You saw. So there's the MDMI cable and the other cords that will help you hook up any other electronics to it. Headphones. You remember headphones instead of earbuds? These came with as well. They look beyond heavy duty. They're not like some cheapies you'd get at like CVS or something. The digital piano user manual. Okay, when I show you how much there was to set up, that was the instructions. And that was the instructions. It's worse than IKEA. But aside from that, the instructions do actually show you what everything is. It gives you an appendix of what the tones are. It comes with hundreds of tones, different rhythms, and other songs that you could play with. So I was playing the bossa nova a little bit earlier, because I remember that was the beat that the Casio keyboard always had that was cool. It's 5 kinds of guitars, 12 kinds of organs, every other genre of music you might like. Anything from oriental to grand piano to rock organ. New age voice. So there's a lot of things to play with. It's a good, I think, tool to doodle with. Let's see. Now, if you properly played the piano, I can't honestly say what you would be looking for. The things that I have had from musicians who do play the keyboard or piano is the weighted part helps. The pedals make it have more dynamic music and dynamic sound coming out, so it's not just like chopsticks. And it's just been really fun. I'm glad we have it out there. I'm gonna be playing it. Now, one other thing for beginners. To put on the keys. A, B, C, D, all cows eat grass, every good boy does fine. So we'll be able to actually add this along. When I was a kid, we had the letters, you know, starting C and then going the other ways. We'll see if I need these, I don't know. I'm hesitant to put them on there because they're stickers and it's kind of a nice looking thing, but it also comes with a little cloth so you can wipe off everything. And if you want to clip music to the top of the stand, it's like a chip holder. And this is cute because there's nothing to cover the keys. There's no top to pull down. It came with this purple pashmina, which will go over the piano. How about that, right? So, very nice, because it doesn't get very dusty in our house since we don't smoke inside anymore, but just to keep it safe, keep it protected. So what is my ranking on how many thumbs, 1 to 5? It was nostalgic. It gives me hope to try to do something new and have maybe a new hobby, for real new hobby, because I would certainly rather learn music and play music than like learn art and play art or anything like that. So it's going to be a new adult hobby for me to play with. It's something to do to get my mind off something else. Like I said, I think Mark plays better than he lets on, but we'll find out. And if I find out he's good, I will secretly record him for you so you can hear. Okay? Between us, he doesn't edit that closely. He won't see this. But out of 5, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Why? Everything else it claimed to do, it seemed to do. From the best that I could assess from all the electronics, not being an electronics pro, they were relatively understandable. There was words I used and enough that I could Google to make sense of some of that stuff too. So that's okay. The assembly was a little complicated purely because of the directions. Just because of the directions, there were pictures and just some other stuff, and it was hard to find front and back. So we reattached and unattached a few pieces the wrong way a few times just to get everything settled. But once we got it set up, it looks good. I'm curious to see if the kiddies like it. We'll find out. That maybe put it back at a 5 if they sit on the little bench and they sit on top of the piano. But for right now, 4 out of 5. Again, on my end, the challenge in putting it together was pretty much the only thing. Otherwise, it does what it says it's going to do. It comes with the accessories it says it's going to come with. And we'll see. I'll let you know in a little while if all of a sudden I'm tickling the 88s. We'll be like Simon and Garfunkel. Wait till you see. Patty and Selma, the chain-smoking ants from Simpsons, is probably closer, but nevertheless. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching our 4-star review. Please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll get alerts when we have new videos and when we go live. We're on Facebook, X, Instagram. All our contact info is below as well. Thank you, and we will catch up with you very, very soon. So I hope you liked today's Steve Will Try It. If you do, thumbs up, please, if you're so inclined. And we will catch up with you in the very near future. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye. Say goodbye, Mark. Bye.